We're in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park this morning. We stopped at the visitor center to get a parking tag for day use. It's like $5 for the whole day, something that's required in the park. We're heading up to Mount LeConte once we leave here to hike up to the top. It's about 6 miles to the top, lots of nice views. It's a really great place to hike. First of all, here we're going to show you the elk in the pasture by the visitor center. All right, I arrived at the trailhead. It's pretty crowded. There is a bathroom over here, as you can see. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be a great day. Valid parking tag must be displayed for all parking. This parking lot at the trailhead's super packed all the way down to the south toward Cherokee. It's probably about a mile hike in. Up to the north by Gatlinburg, it is also super packed. Not quite a mile, but anyway, let's hit the trail. A little bit of a drop off. I'm gonna do some recording all the way up. Recording all the way up. This is the beginning of the trail, and like I said, it's about 5 miles to the lodge and 6 miles to the very top. So we'll see what we can get.
Okay.
It's a little bit winded here. Got some uphill. It's I think pretty much going to go most of the rest of the way, and it flattens out a little bit. Well, I guess of course up top, but anyway, let's keep going. I think I'm about a mile and a half in.
Oh, wow.
All right, I made it up to a long cave. It's about 2 miles up. It's just a rock formation with a nice place to catch your breath if you need to, and I think I do. Got about 4 more miles to get to the top. 3 to the lodge. See you shortly. Took a little detour that wasn't intentional. There's tons of evergreen up here, which is definitely one of my favorites. Got that nice aroma of, I don't know, kind of smells like Snoop Dogg's around with some sticky icky. I ain't seen him though. See you back on the trail. Starting to see some big trees. A lot of this looks the same, but as you get higher in elevation, of course the trees get larger, there's more rocks. I wouldn't really call this a boulder field necessarily, but there's lots of rocks to traverse. You know you're getting close to the top when you start seeing spruce everywhere. Of course, smelling it too. It's if you know what it smells like, it's super nice. Look at all the moss. All right, I've made it to the lodge, which is not all the way at the top, but we'll just walk around the lodge for a minute so you can get an idea of what it looks like. But you're looking at me. That's not the plan. All right, as you can see, there's restrooms. There's a little general store. There's cabins that you can spend the night in, and I don't really know if cabin is the right word, but I think it's pretty rudimentary as far as accommodations go. But it's a lottery system, so it fills up year after year really quickly.
When the fire happened, then all the other people came in and brought the money back, so they let it happen. They said that it was so bad with the
I'm heading up toward Cliff Tops right now, which is only about 2/10 of a mile from the lodge, which gives you basically a view on one side of the mountain, I guess, looking, I don't know which direction, that way. That's pretty close. Or you can keep going past the lodge about 3/4 of a mile, and you'll get a view down the other side of the mountain, which is where you can see Gatlinburg. We pretty much have arrived at Cliff Tops, or kind of coming over the last little leg. It's going to open up to a really nice view. We're lucky with the weather today. I've been up here when it was really cold and windy and rainy. Anyway, here we are. It's definitely a fantastic day up here on Mount LeConte. Wind's blowing a little bit, so it's kind of chilly, but it's for October, it's super nice. Walking over to Myrtle Point now. It's about 3/4 of a mile. Gonna get a nice view from that side of the mountain. So this is the highest point on Mount LeConte. Looks like it's getting higher. Could be a song maybe, I don't know. Anyway, still haven't made it to Myrtle Point, but we're definitely close. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I think they've moved Myrtle Point. Seems like I've been walking for 45 minutes and haven't even covered 3/4 of a mile yet, but I did see a sign back there that said we're pretty close. So I think this is kind of the last little bit of the hike before we make it to Myrtle Point. All right, we're pretty much done with our Mount LeConte hike. We got to stop at the lodge up top. Also went to the bluffs and had lunch there. Nice scenery as you've seen. And also went to Myrtle Point. Also nice scenery there. It's a fairly strenuous hike. It's about 12 miles round trip. I'd say about half of it's uphill. Anyway, if you're thinking about coming to the area, this is definitely, I wouldn't say it's a beginner's hike by any means, but it's a day. You can make a day of it easily. See you next time.